So siapa yang belum subscribe Galeri Kereta, boleh klik button kat bawah subscribe. Dan kita jumpa lagi di next episode untuk kita apa lagi proses untuk KA30 ni. Okay, see you, bye bye. Assalamualaikum.
Messed up. That wasn't a good lap. Hell's Corner was a bust. Silman Park, real bust. And I had a big moment off at Skyline. And the last corner wasn't too pretty either. So, mungkin kita kena minta tolong Jay Wong ataupun Abang Hakim.
Kan, bagi diorang tunjuk sikit macam mana nak maneuver Bathurst.
Oh, hi there.
Hi.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to go live there. I don't think I have enough time to practice my really good Bathurst lap there. We did record one earlier. But we're going to go into the studio. Good thing I'm not racing. Instead, I'll bring you along for the action. Jom, kita pergi studio.
Jom.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hello and welcome to the first round of the SDeal Gaming Saga Cup, brought to you by Adrenaline Impact, along with our partners SDeal Gaming, Torque Lubricants, and Sim Match, along with our event prize partners VNM, as well as our media partners Galeri Kereta. My name is Max Palmer, and with me in the studio we have a special guest, Muhammad Budi. Encik Budi, apa khabar?
Saya Alhamdulillah baik.
Ya, itu dia. So kalau siapa-siapa yang tak tahu ni, Budi ni boleh dikirakan salah satu daripada kalau kita cakap bahasa kasar, orang kuat lah dalam speed tavern.
Orang kuat Boleh lah. Okey lah, orang kuat
So Budi ni ada banyak juga pengalaman dalam AC. So interesting juga kita ada dia sebagai co-commentator pada malam ni.
Ya, terima kasih Max dengan Handling Impact sebab bagi peluang untuk saya untuk duduk dekat sini malam ni.
Betul lah. Sebenarnya saya nak jemput dengan dia dah setahun tengah. Aku nak jumpa dia tapi tak dapat. So kita pakai peluang ni lah untuk join forces. So there we have it. SDeal Gaming Saga Cup. Round 1 is going to be at an absolutely fantastic venue. That is the legendary Bathurst circuit, well known amongst touring car fans worldwide, and one of the places that's really going to test the Saga's ability, not only for cornering but top speed and high speed stability as well. So it's going to be a real challenge for all these drivers around the track right now. They're currently on track practicing at the moment there, so we'll have a quick look at them in a few moments time. But first we will have a quick look at, first of all, the schedule. For those of you who don't know, we are going to be on every Saturday from 16th of October today till the 6th of November. So setiap Sabtu 16 hari bulan sampai 6 hari bulan November. So
berapa race semua tu, Max?
So itu semua sekali 4
race
So short, sweet, tapi boleh dikirakan agak dramatik championship.
Kalau Saga Cup dia memang dramatik, Max.
Daripada mula sampai habis, tak kisah apa track juga.
Betul.
Dan kita bukan saja ada track dekat Australia pada malam ni, tapi kita ada track dekat UK, Alton Park. Itu pun boleh kira agak dramatis.
Betul.
Daripada zaman BTCC suka langgar-langgar kan.
Langgar. Itu contact race ni
betul. Dan biasa kita akan pergi ke Misano, yang boleh dikirakan salah satu track MotoGP yang paling menarik, paling ekstrim dekat kalender diorang. Dan last kali kita akan pergi ke Germany, dan kita dah cari satu dunia untuk mod AC track paling panjang. Ni dia. Kalau circuit racing 25 km
dekat Germany.
Yes.
Track apa, Max?
Itu nanti kita boleh share. Tetapi sebenarnya kita boleh share juga. It's going to be the Nürburgring. All of it. Yes. So
menarik tu.
So kita jangan cakap kita ni slow ke apa, tapi kita akan buktikan yang Saga Cup ni boleh race di mana-mana juga.
Dia tak kira condition betul.
Janji boleh right foot down. So again, very special thanks goes out to all those guys there. So the Proton Saga Cup, for those of you who don't know, it's a championship that we have been doing with SDeal Gaming. It's been in the works for quite some time. The community has been behind us all the way. So special thanks goes out to SDeal Gaming and our co-sponsors Torque Lubricants and Sim Match as well. The car, incidentally, Proton Saga Cup, designed and built by MSR. Boleh kira kan grup otai sim racing Malaysia.
Antara grup tertua tu, MSR tu.
So itu boleh kirakan daripada zaman first starting sim racing kat Malaysia, bila dia first start popular, dia orang masuk juga, dan dia orang kuat dengan community models, community drivers. Betul juga as well.
More than 10 years aku tak silap saya untuk dia orang punya group communities kan.
Itu dia. Dan macam saya cakap, dia ada juga dalam community tu bukan driver saja tetapi models kan.
Ya betul. Ada a few models yang masih bekerja lagi. Macam yang Saga Cup itself kan, kita tahu models dia Abang Pete kan, Pete Jordan masih gigih untuk menyediakan mod-mod yang lain juga.
Itu dia. So kita kena terima kasih kat dunia sim racing kat Malaysia. Betul support kita all the way, as well as our sponsors as well. So there you have it. Now we're going to head off in a few moments time and show off the fantastic prizes that we're going to have. I'm just hearing in my ear that qualifying has just in fact started, so we will bring you the qualifying actions very shortly. But first of all, we're going to have a quick look at the championship prizes. First prize, Sim Match GT1 aluminium cockpit. Because agak istimewa tu juga ya.
Idaman setiap sim racer. Idaman setiap sim racer this one.
So ini boleh dikirakan aluminium extruded profile. So jenis sim boleh dikirakan jenis sim rig yang paling popular dan ni boleh dikirakan kualiti yang agak tinggi jugalah. Kita dapat juga test sim rig ni best lah. So second place is the V&M Shifter. Ya, kita baru tanya tadi kan, brand new on the market. So memang best juga Shifter tu. Third prize, kalau untuk sesiapa pelumba-pelumba kat situ, kita ada Top 5W40 fully synthetic oil, yang ni dikirakan minyak lubricant ataupun pelincir yang di-proven dekat Sepang. Diorang setiap bulan akan pergi ke Sepang untuk test. Ya. So that's really race proven punya teknik. 4th to 9th place is also Torque Racing 10W40 semi synthetic. Agak bagus juga untuk sesiapa yang di luar sana dengan kereta macam Wira ataupun Gen 2
masih sesuai pakai.
Masih sesuai.
Yes, betul.
Tu pun boleh kira track proven lah. So kalau ada siapa-siapa member yang nak pergi track day tu pun best juga. Then of course 10th to 12th prize SDeal Gaming Jersey. So itu dia, terima kasih.
Banyak prize dia.
Terima kasih kepada Cycle Designs, dia pun dah bagi baju yang agak cantik.
Solid.
Yeah, absolutely solid. So you guys can get the SDeal Gaming Jersey version of what we're wearing here if you finish 10th to 12th place. So that's our championship prizes. Memang lumayan juga.
Ish, itu lebih daripada lumayan tu, Max.
Memang berbaloi.
Yes, betul. Memang berbaloi.
Yeah, then of course Galeri Kereta 1 million YouTube subscriber giveaway is on its way. You guys are gonna have a chance of winning a KE30 Toyota, brand new, fully restored, and really very nice. So kalau ada siapa-siapa yang nak menang kereta Toyota Corolla KE30 tu, dia hanya perlu pergi ke Shopee dan dapatkan barang Galeri Kereta. Semua barang Galeri Kereta ni limited edition. Dia punya konsep macam Supreme.
So dia keluar sekali, tak ada keluar lagi.
So macam topi-topi ni agak cantik jugalah. So do check out Galeri Kereta. Bila dia dah sampai 900,000 subscriber, dia akan buat pre-giveaway. Ada goodie bags tu. Lepas tu bila dia dah hit 1 million YouTube subscriber tu, dia akan pergi. Dan still ada chance lagi ya. So
masih ada chance.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, rush on over down to Shopee and get your sweet Galeri Kereta merch and a chance to win that car. So itu dia Budi, track Bathurst kat Australia. Ada tak pengalaman race kat sini?
Tak ada. Sebab saya jarang main kat Bathurst. Sebab dia satu track yang bagi saya sangat technical. Okay, kalau kita nama-nama tak pelik lah. Kalau kita cerita pasal Conrod Straight, pasal dia punya Access kan, situ kawasan-kawasan yang sangat menakutkan.
Ya, betul. Macam mungkin kalau korang baru nampak yang dekat intro tu, saya keluarkan lebih kurang 50 lap untuk cuba praktis 50 lap. Itu pun dapat clean lap, but there's a few mistakes here and there. So I had a long time trying to get the Saga Cup sorted through Bathurst. There fantastic iconic corners there, Forest Elbow, the legendary Skyline Bend where the road drops down 3 stories into the Dipper, and of course Conrod Straight. Kau tahu kenapa dia orang panggil Conrod Straight?
Tak tahu.
Sebab straight tu yang banyak pecah enjin.
Okay. Makes sense.
So it's very literal meaning. So itu dia
Saga Cup, kereta Saga Cup dengan track ikonik macam ni. Wow, that's a nice combo.
Ya, betul juga. Dan boleh dikirakan track ni sentiasa very entertaining. Kita pernah race dekat dalam iRacing kat sini, dekat AC, dekat ACC.
Track ni full of drama bro.
Ya, confirm.
I agree.
Confirm kita akan ada drama yang berlebihan tu. Jom kita check dekat chat situ. Zero Blinker Man Miss Legend, itu Omar Abdul Aziz. So itu dia. Amir Pumen, si match GT1 rig tu kalau buat giveaway boleh tak? Kena tanya tu.
Kita kena tanya producer.
Tran the Vietnamese here. Hi guys. Hi Tran. Thanks for joining us throughout this broadcast. We will be broadcasting both in English and Malay, but hopefully you'll be able to follow along as well. But thank you so much for joining us. And also we have Zulhafiz Yaya. Wow. Saga di Australia. Seronok kan?
Dia punya vibe dia lain Saga.
Itu
di Australia.
Dengan Budi dan saya sekali ini, this is going to be a good broadcast. Yes. So itu dia. Amai Farid Yan pun, hello guys. Itu lagi satu alien. Senang masuk.
Ni bawa Saga juga.
Ya. Bukan saja bawa Saga dalam SIM, bawa Saga real life juga.
Lagi.
Dia ada pengalaman bawa Saga Cup dekat
Betul.
Sepang. So that's going to be quite interesting as well untuk tengok apakah dia punya reaction Saga Cup dekat Bathurst.
Dekat Bathurst ni.
Itu dia. So we're going to head on into the racetrack very shortly and check out how qualifying is going at the moment. But do keep those comments coming in. We'd love to hear from you, and let us know what you guys think of this unique event. So itu dia Saga di Australia. Pada masa sekarang ni kita baru je masuk dalam qualifying session ataupun sesi kelayakan pada malam ni. Ya, belum ada orang buat time, semua dekat boleh kira outlet lagi. So jom kita tengok kalau Muhammad Nabil boleh buat track guide sikit untuk kita pada malam ni. So we're going to see how Nabil gets around the track here. First corner is Hell's turn and he's not going. I'm pretty sure they're listening to me actually. So there's Jasmine there, who is going to take us around Hell Corner, the first corner of the lap there. He's going to go through that corner. Very, very difficult, especially at the start of the race. That's why it's called Hell Corner. There's always a opportunity to have a bit of an accident. And after Hell Corner, we're on Mountain Straight now, going up over the bridge and down towards the BP cutting right now. The car goes light over here and it'll go heavy there, right where you need to brake for the cutting. It's absolutely important that he carry as much speed as possible there. You see, Desmond, he lifts a bit, he changes down a gear, and he's trying to get that Saga going through there, almost flat out, but not quite, before coming up towards the second part of the cutting here. Hard on the brakes, he's got to be really careful through here. It's a second gear corner, you can see he's understeered a little bit, coming through there, and coming out, he's got to be on the throttle, and he's got to be flat out all the way from here to Skyline, which is an amazing feat, considering Bathurst is so difficult through here. Now over the crest where Kevin Bartlett rolled his car many moons ago and down towards Solomon Park. Very difficult here. You've got to get real close to that wall. I've hit that wall so many times, it's unbelievable. Now coming up towards McPhillamy Park here. Now in the V8 supercars you can't go flat out, but in these cars you definitely can. Right on the ripple strips before hitting the brakes for Skyline. Watch this drop. Coming down the hill there, and he's clipped the wall. He's clipped the wall. That's such an easy thing to do. Memang senang sangat nak isi dekat situ
Oh. Tempat ni memang orang kata ikonik dengan dia punya accident.
Ya, yeah, itu dia.
Dalam apa-apa aktiviti ataupun apa-apa race pun memang kat situ paling banyak berlaku kemalangan.
So carrying on, we'll watch Rizal here. He's just gone through the dipper, which is another 3-story drop. You drop a total of about 15 stories from the top of the track to this point here, Forest Elbow, and now kita dah join dekat tempat yang paling menakutkan,
the Conroe Straight.
Yes, Jasmine's best time has a 2:35. Now coming down Conroe Straight, he should be doing 197 kilometers an hour. Over the first crest here, you can see the meter dah habis ni. Meter dah habis. Dia boleh top speed.
Minta gear gitu.
Itu dia. Kalau ada 6 gear, dia boleh lagi-lagi dulu. Flat out at the Castrol Chase section. Hard on the brakes here for this section, which was put in so that the Bathurst track could host the finale of the 1987 World Touring Car Championship. And as we see him going across the line, he's going to go into the pits there before he comes across that final 90-degree left-hander. So boleh kira track yang agak epic jugalah.
So macam saya kata tadi, Max, kan, dia punya combination di antara Saga Cup dengan Bathurst ni, satu combination yang macam full of punch tau.
Ya, betul.
Saga Cup dah cukup tricky untuk bawa.
Ya.
For me myself, aku rasa Saga Cup susah untuk dibawa. Tapi bila dalam keadaan dekat Bathurst pun tricky track. Dia tricky, double tricky lagi. Itu dia.
So sekarang kita berada dengan Abdul Muiz Hakibi di tempat yang kelima. So far kita dah ada, a lot of the drivers have done their lap times there. Rizal is the fastest man on track, 2:50 with Muhammad in second place. And now let's see, that's Abdul Muiz Hakimi on board right now with the driver cam. Agak canggih juga teknologi kita pada zaman sekarang ni. Kita boleh dapat nampak input dia dalam kereta dan juga input dia dekat real life sekali.
Sama lagi.
Yeah.
Memang semua kalau kena panggil memang macam tu
Itu dia. Malam ni malam commentators curse nampaknya. So itu dia. Hafiz Suhaimi, kalau tak silap dia punya nama samaran dekat YouTube, dekat kawan-kawan dia tu apa, Tai Chi
Tai Chi Agami. Hafiz Suhaimi.
Ini
nama bukan nama-nama asing dalam simulation punya dalam sim racing punya scene
betul. So itu dia. Hafiz Suhaimi pun berada di tempat yang ketiga pada masa sekarang ni, 253.590 for Hafiz Suhaimi. Meanwhile, this is Kifli Othman driving around there. He's got his eyes on the top 3 prize, that's for sure. But now he's going over the top of the mountain. Ni boleh dikirakan salah satu daripada old school driver Saga Cup. Dia antara salah satu daripada first batch driver Saga Cup zaman 95. So zaman Batu 3 lagi dia pernah ada untuk drive Saga Cup ni. So one of the legends of Saga racing.
Menarik Max Dia ada bagi feedback tentang Saga Cup juga.
So dia ada bagi input sikit untuk bagi make sure that the kereta tu agak best dan agak realistic. Itu yang paling penting dengan Saga ni. Sebab kan kalau kita buat Saga, if we do a mod of a car, you want it to be really, really accurate, because that's the fun of driving these.
That's the idea of simulation itself.
Yes, exactly. That's the fun of it. Because kereta ni dia punya, the characteristics are quite interesting. It's a very oversteery car. So dia memang boleh senang sideways, dan kalau tak tahu macam mana nak catch sideways dengan front wheel drive ni, dia sebenarnya agak tricky juga. Kalau jalan tu dah sikit lagi nak habis tu, big problem.
Untuk Saga Cup ni, kalau diikutkan, ada yang kata it's almost 90% sama dengan original Saga Cup punya rasa feelings dekat real life
betul juga tu. So itu di MSR tu, dia orang dapat, bila berita keluar yang MSR nak buat Saga Cup ni, beberapa driver top level Saga Cup dia pergi, dia volunteer diri sendiri untuk jadi test driver. So the real life Saga Cup racers at Sepang actually gave their input. As soon as they knew that this car was coming out, they actually came out and actually volunteered to test the car to make sure that the car was absolutely accurate. So itu yang best juga, especially with all the real life professional drivers going into sim racing. Bila dia masuk sim, dia dapat join the community dan kerja sama dengan community tu memang benda yang agak indah juga.
This is happen when PKP starts.
So there we go. So there is a silver lining to PKP there as well. So I'm just getting frantic views there. There's 125 viewers joining us right now live. So special thanks to all of you guys at home for joining us. Without you guys, we wouldn't be able to do this. So thanks a lot. So sekarang kita berada dengan Iqbal Muzaffar, salah satu daripada, kalau tak silap, newcomers kepada race, kepada series Adrenaline Impact. Keber. So itu dia.
This is Keber.
So itu yang aku cari dekat list tu. So
Keber tak ada.
Iqbal Muzaffar, Keber.
This is Keber. Basically sebab before this aku pernah buat series Saga Cup kan. So Keber is one of the top driver there. Aku perasan benda tu. So memang the fight was epic kalau tanya untuk Saga Cup. Saga Cup is one of, aku selalu commentate banyak race kan.
Hmm.
So Saga Cup is one of the race yang aku rasa memang dia punya fight tu cukup epic lah.
Ya, betul.
Cukup menyeronokkan untuk ditonton kata orang Melayu.
Ya, betul juga. That's the thing. And so it's interesting juga, it's very interesting that we see the Speed Tavern Saga Cup guys have also infiltrated our series. So we're definitely going to get more and more drivers coming in and going through the entire field there. Also of note is we do have a couple of young drivers there. We saw one, Abdul Muiz Hakimi, and we also have Iman Danish in the session as well. And those are both drivers who have not yet got their driving license. Belum lagi dapat lesen, tapi dia orang dah memang boleh dikirakan antara driver AC yang agak laju juga.
Betul.
Yeah.
Dia.
So itu dia. Those are some young guns to watch as well. As we see there, just as a quick update on what's happening on the track there. Rizal still in first place, but Jay Wong has gone up into second place. A real hard charger there. Muhammad's in third with Afif in fourth, Jasmine in fifth, William in sixth, and Muhammad in seventh place there, coming up through. So right now, our guest drivers that are currently out there on track. We do have a bunch of guest drivers. One of the drivers you already saw, that was Kifli Othman, who we invited specially in. So kita ada beberapa driver yang diorang memang nak sangat masuk kan. So kita basically buat
invitational session lah.
Yeah.
Diorang punya ni kan.
Yeah, untuk bagi diorang rasa apa itu Saga Racing. So this is Jensen right now, who's going up the hill. Let's see his absolute concentration as he's going up towards the course there. Apa yang menarik dengan shot ni, kita boleh tengok dia punya eyeline. Mana dia tengok dekat track tu. So
itu penting.
Ya, itu memang penting juga.
Cari apex.
Cari apex, cari exit.
Yeah.
Full concentration there from Jensen as he goes over the hill there, trying to keep the speed up in the car there. Very, very difficult. You know you can go flat out through there, tapi jalan tak nampak flat out langsung. It doesn't look like you can go flat out through there, but you have to get the good race time. So like I was saying with the guests there, we saw one of them, Kifli Othman, but throughout the course of the season we'll also see Master Seth, so a Toge specialist that has taken on the challenge of circuit racing as well. He's going out there in that nice bright lime green and black machine going over the top of the mountain. He's got a lot of skills in Toge. He can race real close to the drivers up ahead. Dia punya teknik hilento, teknik apa nak throw kereta masuk ke dalam seleko tu memang agak on point sangat. So itu dia. There's Master Seth trying to keep the speed up in the car going down the hill here. Let's see the Toge Master in action. Dia punya driver idaman tu, wow, sideways, dapat juga catch. That's not bad actually.
It's not really that easy untuk catch sideways dekat situ.
Yeah. Especially bila downhill tu, it's really hard to catch the car sliding. There you go, Master Seth, his nice slide there. Slides the Saga down the hill before he goes on to the start-finish straight. He's going to lose a little bit of time going through there, but he's got another couple more turns to go there. Umar there sending us a note. Umar Aziz is in our pits. He's our pit lane reporter, and he's sending us these little bits of little notes as things are happening there. Hardest downhill turn in the Saga. That's Umar's report on the driver's reaction on that corner. It's the Dipper, a really tricky corner to go through there. But there you go, Master Seth. He's taking on this circuit racing challenge. Ni boleh dikirakan sebab his hero is Keiichi Tsuchiya. That's his favourite driver. So dia cuba mungkin dia nak ikut
technique style,
dia
driving style.
Dia punya career pun mungkin nak ikut jugalah. Kan sebab Keiichi Tsuchiya dia pergi daripada dunia toge masuk
ke racing, circuit racing.
Yeah,
betul.
And of course we have Jay Wong here, a real fast driver. He's won the last couple of championships he's been in, so he's definitely the one to watch right now. He's on top form. He's qualified in second place there. Rizal, sometimes known as Rosal, to his friends and to all the guys in the sim racing community. He's up in first place. Jay Wong is in second place. They're almost working like a team. In fact, they were on the Biff Racing Discord server channel, talking with each other on tactics, on setup, and working with each other on how best to get around the lap here. Now, of course, Jay Wong has the sort of the bigger reputation, but Rizal is not a slow driver as well. Rizal ni pun boleh dikirakan salah satu daripada favourites.
So kalau you tengok dia punya gap timing between the first place pole position sampai ke nombor 6 ke nombor 5, dia tak jauh sangat gap so it's going to be a tight race. Kan?
Absolutely, kita boleh tengok dia, especially the top 4 positions tu semua boleh menang race ni. For sure. So Rizal, J, Muhammad and Afif definitely having the chance to try and win this race. It's going to be very hard to predict what's going to happen there with 27 seconds to go, left to go. Most of these pole position times or qualifying times will come in overtime, as we call it. That is the time left on track to try and finish whatever lap they're on. We've also invited, alongside Kifli Othman and Master Seth, Kelvin Yap, who's also another real-life racing driver, CG Joels, as well as Leong Mun Fai. So boleh dikirakan celebrities and well-known drivers in the sim racing
communities, the sim racing scenes.
Yeah, so semua orang ni boleh kirakan, and they're very talented as well. They're in everything they do, macam Kifli Osman, real life driver, Kelvin Yap as well, Master Seth Toge driver. So diorang ni semua berbakat juga, tetapi kita invite dia orang masuk sebab dia orang memang betul-betul nak kita nak rasa the adrenaline tu kan. Yes, exactly. So itu dia. Lagi satu daripada driver yang agak hot sekarang, Aiman Akim. Sekarang berada di tempat 11. On the way down the hill, he's just lost his chance at improving on that 11th place. That's going to be a real challenge for him to try and gain back those positions. So that was a big incident. Itu dia. Agak risaukan juga ni. Should we leave or something? I don't know.
It is Bathurst.
Yeah,
you will expect that.
If it's not the commentator's curse, it'll be the curse of the track, the curse of the car.
Menarik keadaan jalan yang macam ni kan.
Yeah.
Keadaan macam ni untuk drive kereta macam ni.
Betul juga tu. Shopian Said trying his hardest to try and get into a better position right now, but it looks like they have finished their qualifying sessions there. Just had to have a quick drink there. So there you see it. It's a fantastic qualifying session there. Boleh dikirakan agak istimewa. Kita dapat tengok Bathurst pada masa sekarang. Kalau saya tengok dekat screen tadi, dia dalam lingkuran 18 darjah Celsius sekarang dekat track. So it's quite cool conditions.
Sebab dia ikut condition keadaan real time kan.
Yes,
dia dekat Bathurst.
So itu lagi satu challenge kepada semua driver. Kita akan follow the real weather conditions at the track. So 18 darjah Celsius memang susah sikit nak dapatkan grip. Mungkin track temperature dalam 21-22 je.
Ya. So, itu maknanya kalau bawa pun maybe around lepas 10 laps baru kita boleh dapat the grip punya ni kan.
So there you go. Just another confirmation there from a pit lane reporter. He's got his temperature probe out and it's 14 degrees Celsius air temperature right now.
Lagi dah sejuk. Lagi sejuk tu.
Lagi sejuk tu. Tu sikit lagi nak kena pasang apa tu? Sweater tu. So that's proper sweater territory there. It's springtime in Bathurst right now. And just the start of spring, just coming out of the winter season, so that's going to be fantastic to see them go through there. So the top 3 right now, Rizal is in first place with Jay Wong in second and Muhammad Nabil in third, and I believe that in fourth place I think was Abdul Muiz.
In fourth place is
Afif,
yeah,
sorry, yes.
Afif Suhaimi.
There you have it. So those 4 drivers and even Jasmine as well is going to be very, very close between those guys. We cannot also discount William Wong. He's been looking very racy so far this season. It's going to be very interesting to see how those guys go. Of course, the most important thing is to try and get through turn 1 and then the first lap over the mountain. Benda yang paling susah, yang kalau siapa-siapa yang ada kat situ, it is one of the hardest places to try to do, especially on cold tires.
T1 lepas tu turun the deep dekat Aces.
Dekat Skyline tu, sebab dekat Skyline tu apa yang mungkin kita tak terperasan tadi sangat tu, it's a blind entry. So bila kita nampak kat situ, kita tak nampak kat mana dia tulis.
Betul. That's why dia panggil Skyline straight.
Yes.
Terus ke
You feel like you're taking
horizontal terus. Dia tak ada nampak bawah langsung.
Itulah macam naik kapal terbang pula. For those of you also who are interested in watching more on-board footage, a lot of our drivers are, of course, still going to be broadcasting themselves. They're streaming themselves on their own channel. So you can catch Master Seth and his POV in his channel as well. Now we're going to head on over to the track right now. And with 37 seconds left on the clock, it's going to be only a few moments time before we start this race. Agak seronok jugalah, agak interesting, agak menarik, agak menakutkan pun ada juga.
Oh, kita nak tengok dia punya T1 action.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
There's going to be a lot of T1 action here coming up very, very shortly. Now that's the image looking towards the back of the field there. And that's the view from the cockpit. The 6 lights are going to go on. Revs rising and away they go, coming down into the first corner there. The cars going 2 wide, 3 wide there. They're 2 wide at the front of the field there, 3 wide, 4 wide even towards the back. Coming through Hell Corner, they're going to have to be very, very careful in order to avoid any incidents there. Nice and easy does it, and looks like they managed to get through. Quite an impressive bit of driving through there. They were 2 wide and 3 wide. Now going up towards Mountain Straight there. Muhammad Nabil managing to get himself up into 3rd place there. Afif in 4th, but Jay has overtaken Rizal. Jay Wong is your new race leader, coming up towards the top of the hill there, and they're on the grass part way through the corner there. Let's see how they go through the cutting. Hard on the brakes, feeding the car through the corner there. And it looks like Rizal managed to go around the outside of Jay to get back the lead. This is going to be a battle. It's going to go on and on and on. And it looks like Muhammad Nabil there has also managed to get through 3 wide, coming through the corner there. Jay Wong's going to be left on the outside. Looks like a couple of drivers had to pull out through there. And it looks like Rizal managing to keep that lead. Rizal in 1st place, Jay in 2nd. Jesman's managed to get himself up into 3rd place with Muhammad in 4th. And Afif's dropped down to 5th place. Jesman had a fantastic start over the top of the mountain.
That was a good start, Max. Betul-betul cantik dia punya permulaan
Itu dia.
daripada T1 tadi tu. Now they are going straight untuk ke Conroe straight out untuk turun ke bawah. Dan dia akan menuju ke deeper yang Max kata tadi, yang sangat menakutkan tadi tu.
Ya, ini boleh dikirakan betul-betul the first real test. Siapa kalau dia orang boleh lepas tu. Rizal very sideways through the J Wong. Ooh, just using a little bit of the road there, now going through that dipper section there. And the car's trying to overtake as well through there as well. And there's a touch. Afif Suhaimi has been spun around. And it looks like he's going to have to take a little bit of damage there. He's managed to get a car running again, but he's down into 10th position. Ooh,
a bit unfortunate. Sayang dekat situ.
Memang sayang sangat. Sebab Afif tadi tu dia punya start agak cantik.
Ya. Dalam keadaan yang bagus, and dia manage untuk sampai ke situ kan. Tapi bila dah terlanggar, kalau Saga ni kalau terlanggar buntut dia memang susah sikit kita nak cakap lah.
Ya, itu boleh dikirakan agak danger zone jugalah bangku belakang Saga ni. So now coming down towards there, that's Abdul Luiz. He's dropped down to 8th position there, but he's catching up to Ahmad. Hard on the brakes there, going through the chase for the first time there, and the cars are still very close to each other coming through that section. It looks like with some of the cars beginning to spread out at the front of the field there, Rizal is now a little bit more comfortable. 1.8 seconds there. Jensen Chu has had to go back to the pits. It looks like he had a bit of a mistake going through the chase there, but that's very unfortunate indeed. Ayman Hakim managing to get himself up a couple of positions there. He's now into 9th position. He's got Muiz right ahead of him. Hard on the brakes there. Will he be able to get it? Yes, he managed just to get through there. A nice outbraking maneuver.
Satu overtake yang cantik dilakukan oleh Ayman Hakim tadi. Di turn yang pertama, ataupun kita panggil Hell Corner di situ. Satu overtake yang cantik. Nampaknya Aiman daripada posisi yang ke-10 kini berada di posisi yang ke-7.
Agak istimewa tu.
Betul. Dua kereta dia potong dalam satu masa.
Itu dia.
Cuba untuk mendapatkan Muhammad Hafiz di hadapan dan juga Ahmad Asadik. Adakah dia akan mengambil line di inside? Agresif line yang diambil oleh Aiman Hakim kalau diikutkan. Tak nampak.
Adakah dia boleh motong? Adakah dia boleh?
Tidak. Dia memilih untuk back off. Sini agak bahaya untuk buat overtake Max
Ya, betul.
dekat kawasan ni.
Boleh kira agak smart sebenarnya dia back off untuk cuba protect kereta, protect diri sendiri, dan live to fight another day. That's the main thing. So
maybe lepas SS dia boleh sambung fight, atau dekat Conroe Straight dia boleh sambung fight.
So dekat section ni is all about going as fast as you can and trying to keep your speed up so you're close enough to the other driver in order to try and attack is not to say that you can't overtake over the top of the mountain, but it is very, very risky indeed. You can see a couple of the cars there tapping the wall. It looks like there was a little bit of a little bit more than a tap there. Abdul Muiz Hakimi doing a bit of a drum solo off the wall there, but he's still going, and he's still going strong there. Ayman Hakim is right behind Muhammad Hafiz, who's also behind Ahmad there. Hard on the brakes going down the hill here. You can see the cars sliding around and just barely missing the wall by a few inches before we go down towards the forest elbow, which is this section here. And the car goes very sideways indeed. What car control there from Ayman Hakim. More rallying than racing as he gets around there. He managed to slide the car all the way around. If you thought that front wheel drive cars couldn't drift,
That was a nice catch.
Yeah.
That was a nice catch. What a nice save.
absolutely.
Sekarang kita bersama dengan Master Set Jadi cuba untuk mengejar Hutch Chow
Yeah.
di hadapan, yang mana gap semua tinggal 0.2 saat nampaknya Master Set berjaya memintas di situ di Conrod Straight.
So itu dia,
Berjaya memintas.
berjaya juga melintas.
Ya, kini di chase. Dikejar oleh Hutch Chua di belakang. Master Set cuba untuk mengambil defensive line nampaknya.
Dia pun dah pernah share dengan kami yang ni boleh dikatakan the first pro level punya race lah yang dia masuk. So nampak dia memang, sebab dia cakap dia dah buat banyak research tengok dekat YouTube. Tersentuh tu. Hampir terbabas tetapi dapat juga mengawal kenderaan lagi, dan itu dia dapat juga mengawal kereta balik. Tapi bagus juga Hutch. That was a good move there. He backed off because he knew that Master Self was having a wild ride there and gave the position back. Nice drive, nice sportsmanship
there. Yeah,
exactly.
that was
brilliant
nice
stuff indeed. But I was just going to say, Master Seth, he's done a lot of research. He was looking into videos on YouTube to learn how to race, because obviously on the tollgate you're just trying to get as close to the guy in front as possible. Here he's going to have to try and block and to try and move around other drivers as well, and he's doing a good job there considering it's really his first high pressure race. Now let's have a look at Kifli Othman as he goes through the mountain section. Hard on the brakes through here. Let's see, drops it one gear and then immediately back on the throttle there. He is actually going to catch this battle between Hutch and Master Seth ahead there, so that's going to be quite interesting to see if he can catch them. But even if you can catch them, doesn't mean you can pass them. Okay, so there we go.
Gap dia semakin merapat nampaknya Max ya.
Iya, betul juga tu. Very, very close indeed to Hutch. It looks like Hutch is losing a little bit of pace in the early part of the race. Perhaps he's just trying to save his tyres over the top of the mountain. If you push too hard, if you have too much steering input, if you try and keep too much speed going across the top of the mountain, even though your right foot is flat on the floor, your steering input makes a big difference to the tyre life in these cars. Remember, these guys are not running on purpose-built racing tyres. They're running on road tyres.
This is basically kereta yang bawa atas jalan dan kita bawa masuk track.
Yep.
This is what you got.
Yep, betul juga. Dan tapi sebenarnya itulah konsep Saga Cup yang ada dekat Sepang tu pun. The real life Saga Cup pun sama lah.
Dia lebih kepada kereta manufacturer punya kereta, dengan dia punya dashboard semua ada complete kan.
Yeah. So itulah challenge dia. Ayman Hakim sekarang berada dekat track.
Gap di antara Ayman Hakim dan juga Muhammad Hafiz nampaknya. Berjaya memintas di situ.
Berjaya memintas di line luas. Drift dia. Bolehkah tangkap? Bolehkah dia tangkap?
Wow.
Tangkap. Dapat juga tangkap. Wow. That was
jantung, babe.
That was a wild ride, ladies and gentlemen. Rizal there. He was so close to spinning out. Oh man. Ayman Hakim.
Dengan dia dah hampir nak melanggar dinding kat tepi tadi tu. Kalau dia langgar dinding dan bam.
Yeah, so there you have it. 3 wide now. Muhammad Hafiz there, and it looks like Wong and Muiz going through the corner there. Will they be able to get through cleanly? Just about managing to squeeze through. What a race maneuver. These guys have been battling all throughout the race. Ladies and gentlemen, The trademark, patent pending, adrenaline impact midfield battle is on. Coming down the mountain straight there, going towards turn 1. William Wong is currently leading this pack in 6th position there, but it looks like Hafiz is managing to side draft his way past Ayman Akim. Let's see who can get through the cutting, and most importantly, the top of the mountain clean. Coming through the corner there, it looks like the front 2 cars are beginning to pull away ever so slightly there. The yellow car there of William, and of course the white car behind him of Muhammad Hafiz. Hard on the brakes there, turning through the corners, locking up quite a bit through that section there. These guys are driving very aggressively indeed.
Nampak gaya macam Aiman Hakim ni macam cuba untuk conceive dia punya aggressiveness, so that dia ada gap di antara dia dengan kereta depan. Kalau apa-apa jadi dekat kereta depan dekat situ, dia boleh nak react tau.
Dia boleh kira safety buffer lah kan.
It's actually a good strategy lah, sebab kawasan tu sangat bahaya kan. It's a risky corner actually. So whole daripada naik forest tadi tu sampailah dekat turun Essex nanti, dia akan ada a big risk punya section.
Yeah, especially down here over the top of Skyline there. Let's watch these cars sliding down the hill. Very, very tight nip and tuck there. This is where he catches up right back up again. He knows he's faster going down the hill than the other drivers, so he can afford to back off and let the other guys go through, as Woody said. Fantastic bit of racecraft there. Ayman Hakim trying to tuck his way towards there. Looks like Hafiz got very close to the wall there, but now he's on the back straight. Let's see who can draft who.
Oh, it seems like Muhammad Hafiz dah pull over daripada cuba untuk pull over daripada Aiman sebenarnya tadi. Di corner straight kini Aiman 0.3 saat di belakang. Adakah dia berjaya mendapatkan the chase di hadapan? Gap ni macam tak bergerak-gerak
Itu
dia
dia.
macam dekat situ je.
Dua-dua pemandu yang boleh dikirakan dia punya skill level betul-betul sama kalau dibandingkan dalam Saga Cup lah. So itu dia Muhammad Hafiz, dan sekarang kita berada dengan Aiman Hakim. Muhammad Hafiz terkeluar, hampir sentuh rumput tu. Very high risk there. He's lost a little bit of speed there coming down the hill. He's trying to defend on the inside, on the outside. Ayman Hakim goes to the apron there to try and go past him. He gets it along inside, claims the apex and claims the exit. Ladies and gentlemen, Ayman Hakim has managed to get himself up into 7th place. A beautiful, beautiful overtaking maneuver there. Dia dapat juga counter defense tu.
Oh, that was a good execution kat situ.
Oh, that was brilliant indeed. Meanwhile, Afif Suhaimi cuba mutong Abdul Muiz. So there you go, Taichi Yagami very, very close to overtaking there, but Abdul Muiz dapat juga managed to get that speed through the corner there, which means that he managed to hold on to that position. Kifli Osman's going into the pits there right now. Not too sure what happened there, and it looks like a couple of drivers have had to serve their pit penalties. It looks like Master Seth has not been able to serve that. He's been disconnected from the server. I'm not too sure if he's got a internet connection issue there. We'll see, and we'll try and see if we can sort through that later on. But Kifli's managed to get through again. I believe this may have been one of the penalties. Remember, they get 2 warnings before their first penalty, and that's 2 contact warnings or 2 off-track warnings. Mana satu lagi lagi likely?
Kalau aku rasa off track lah.
Yeah, off track.
Off track confirm sini.
It's so natural here as well. Meanwhile, we've just got a note from Umar there. Rizal has managed to get his best lap, and the best lap of the race, 2:51.531. That's very similar to the old Group A lap times around this track, and considering those cars had about 500 horsepower, this is pretty impressive stuff.
251. Tadi aku cakap dah, 251 ni laju tau dekat Bathurst tau. Ni kereta Saga tau.
Tu yang kita tengok dekat kertas. Kita ada kertas kat depan tu as our guide. So dia tertulis lap time daripada Sepang. So kita tengok tu 251 agak laju. Tapi Riza dapat juga dekat Bathurst pun 251.531. That is quick, ladies and gentlemen, going through there right now. But as we're looking at Abdul Muiz there trying to chase down Muhammad Hafiz and Ayman Hakim further up the track there, it looks like Ayman Hakim's managed to win this particular battle.
It seems like a middle pack punya battle is the real battle right now.
Yeah. Sama macam Saga Cup, betul actually. Real life Saga Cup is a lot like that. There's fun all up and down the field right now, and it looks like Muiz there just getting a little bit racy behind Muhammad Hafiz there. He thought about going for that overtaking maneuver there, didn't quite manage to get that through. He's on the grass, in fact. He's pushing that hard to try and catch the car up ahead, and he's gone really wide there. Abdul Muiz, he is driving as hard as possible. So now let's have a look at Abdul Muiz Hakimi. Look at the concentration on his face there right now. He's got the H pattern shifter, and he's got the steering wheel there, nice round steering wheel, full touring car mode right now from Abdul Muiz there. Let's see if he can overtake Muhammad Hafiz, bring us on board for that battle. It looks like he's had to brake a little bit early going through that corner there. Perhaps he's trying to maximize his exits, whereas Hafiz is a late braker, diving deep into the corner and trying to get the speed there.
That is not happening. So agak awal sebenarnya dia brake dekat situ. And dia punya brake agak kuat. So
a bit too hard.
So dia tak boleh nak weight transfer untuk masuk dekat corner tu. Sayang bagi aku sebab dia punya gap di antara dia dengan Ahmad apa tadi tu, Muhammad Hafiz tadi dah rapat
Memang agak rapat juga there. Looks like Ahmad tadi tu dapat juga memotong William
setelah 3 lap, 2 lap, 3 lap.
Setelah 3 lap berbattle aku. So there we go. 29 minutes to go in the race, and we're going to go on board with Leong Mun Fai coming down towards the final corner of the race here. Let's have a look and see how he gets through a lap of Bathurst circuit, coming across the start finish line there. Nice, cool, calm, collected. You'll see with Leong Mun Fai, his steering inputs are going to be quite interesting to watch here. Let's watch him going through Hell's Corner there. Just about. Very interesting. He tries to lock the steering wheel into a position. Very typical TCR style driving, and trying to drive his way around there. The other thing you're going to notice is that seat is moving around a little bit. Seat tu tak patah, ya? He is on a motion simulator. So that's going to be quite interesting indeed. The motion simulator, as we're going to see coming up towards the cutting and into the mountain section, will enable him to feel the G-forces a little bit as he goes through the corner there. He'll feel the suspension move up and down as if he would be in a real car, and this is a huge help to quite a lot of drivers in order to try and get the feeling and the motion of driving into their sort of driving style there. So you can see that he's steering by what he feels, not just what he looks at. Very interesting indeed.
It's a different level of input.
Yeah.
Dengan reflect dia kan. So, kita masih lagi bersama dengan Leong. Kini menuju ke Skyline.
Coming up towards the top of the hill there. This is the highest part of the track here into McPhillamy Park. Downhill and diving towards the famous Skyline bend. Hard on the brakes, diving down into the second gear there, getting the car very sideways indeed before turning left and right again, and left and right. Every single step of the way, that car is trying to spin. It wants to spin so badly, and all that's holding you back is your ability to keep the car straight. So that's CJ Jones right now, and let's watch him on board. One hand on the wheel, one hand on the gear shifter. He drives like me. Fantastic.
This is a sequence shifter.
Yeah, I believe it is. Of course, he's in top gear right now, but we'll see him as he's braking towards the Caltex chase here. Hard on the throttle there. He finally lifts off just for a bit of a break before coming down towards the gear. Let's see. He's just trying to defend himself against, I think that's key E. Yes, he's got a sequential shifter there. That could be a interesting little advantage or disadvantage. It's going to be a lot easier. He's not going to miss any gears. But we do know in AC sometimes it is an advantage actually to use the H pattern gearbox, because as soon as the gears are rammed home, they are in. Whereas with a paddle shifter or a sequential transmission, there is a little bit of a delay built into the game.
Dia ada delay sikit untuk dia masuk gear tu kan. So dia ada macam clutch play dekat situ.
Dia saja nak bagi simulation sikit lah, so orang yang drive dengan H pattern boleh lawan dengan sequential. Okay, so for those of you guys who are looking out there, it looks like CJ Jones, unfortunately he's got a big problem with that car there. He looks like he has to pull out from the race, but unfortunately that is going to be it, I believe, or he's going to have to go to the pits at least. But in any case, going down through the hills there. By the way, if you guys see a bright green car out there, that's one of our guest drivers, our invited drivers. So there you have Kifli Othman, one of our invited drivers. He had to go through the pits there to serve a penalty, I believe, and he is in 12th position there. He was a lot lower. I believe he was 17th or 18th by the time he left the pits. He's managed to climb himself up to 12th place, but that's a huge gap between himself and Shopian Syed there. 12 seconds. It's going to take quite a bit of catching now. Meanwhile, Ayman Hakim, he's still battling, this time with Ahmad. Ahmad is on the outside, Ayman's on the inside. Let's see who is going to overtake.
William masih lagi duduk di tempat di hadapan lepas Ahmad Ahmad mintas dia sebentar tadi. Oh, cantik dia punya apa yang execution yang dilakukan oleh Aiman di situ.
Ya, ada kemungkinan mungkin
Kita
ada
potong balik
sikit, tapi itu dia. Jom kita tengok Ahmad Siddiq, going into the braking zone, hard on the throttle there. He's going to be a little bit of a bump and run going out of the corner there. He just misses by inches there. It looks like Ahmad is going to try and overtake. It's going to be a out-braking maneuver coming into Hell Corner. Will he be able to pull it off? Hard on the brakes. He's claimed the apex, but it looks like Ayman Hakim managed to keep the car speed up just enough so he could claim the lead of that battle again.
That was a very good maneuvering daripada Aiman Hakim. Defensive style yang sangat cantik apa yang dilakukan oleh Aiman Hakim tu tadi. Dia make sure bila dia exit tu at the right speed, so that Ahmad tak boleh nak catch up dekat dia punya speed tu kan, so that dia boleh block that exit lane. That was a nice execution dekat situ.
Yeah, memang boleh kirakan salah satu benda yang paling susah untuk defend dalam racing ni, sim racing ni. Bila dia potong kat dalam, kita cuba nak defend daripada luar. Selekor tu. So agak boleh kirakan very high level skill kat situ.
Tapi Aiman Hakim, I guess kalau orang yang biasa dengan sim racing, so dia tahu siapa Aiman Hakim. Aiman Hakim is quite popular with AC punya game.
Yes, especially so. Ayman Hakim boleh consider one of our favourites for the series. Not having the best of races so far. He's down in 6th place, which is not that good for his standards, but he's definitely going quick enough because he's actually catching up with William Wong further up the road there. So I think for him, it's going to be a recovery race. He's going to try and get as much points as possible.
He still have 32 minutes left, so masa masih panjang, Max.
Anything
can happen.
So there you go. Note down there, all the drivers are saying driver of the day, Ayman Hakim. Yes. Yeah. Daripada
nombor berapa dia up daripada middle place. Sekarang dah duduk dekat nombor 7, nombor 6.
Absolutely. So he's doing very well for himself there, and he's fighting with the fastest virtual Saga Cup drivers out there as well. Some of these guys have specialized in getting these times up as well. And while we wind down to 22 minutes to go, do leave a comment down below, and while you're at it, hit that like button and share the sim racing love around right here on Adrenaline Impact. We thank you guys for joining us for this race, and hopefully we'll see you for the rest of the season. Agak seronok so far. Perlumbaan ni agak entertaining, agak exciting, agak teruja jugalah nak tengok apa race lain nanti.
Kita dah nampak macam this is the action yang kita nak kan. So kita dapat entertainment yang kita perlukan.
Itu dia. So that's going to be the real special stuff as well. So for those of you guys wondering, some of the drivers have already thought about their driver of the day, and we're going to give this question to you guys because there's a few other guys out there as well. Of course, Rizal, Jay Wong, as well as, we're going to have to say that it was a fantastic job there done by Jesmond as well, I think. So pada abang ada apa-apa stand out driver kat situ?
No, I'm just follow with that. Sebab Rizal, it seems like Rizal dengan J dominate dekat depan. Dia dah dominate. Rizal agak mendominasi race daripada first section sampai sekarang. So this is like actually the middle section of the race itself. Dah setengah race berjalan kan. So Rizal dah selesa dekat depan. So sekarang kita lebih kepada melihat siapa lagi yang akan naik ke atas. Kita menunggu masa tu.
So in any case, for those of you guys who want to get in on the action, you guys can actually vote for your own driver of the day. And we're just going to have a quick look at the list again. We've got that list right now. It's going to be between Aiman Akim, Aiman, Rizal, Jay Wong, that's Jay there, and Jasmine. So between those four, leave a comment down below with the name of your favorite driver between Aiman, Rizal, Jay, and Jasmine. So check out that poll. Actually, I've just got a message in the old ear there. There's going to be a poll run for driver of the day. So you guys are going to have a good look there. So agak interesting juga, kita akan cuba dapatkan fan input lah, siapa driver of the day, the fan choice driver of the day. So Budi ada experience tak dengan middle distance race macam ni kan, yang 40 minit lebih daripada 10 lap tapi bukan fully endurance?
So far yang saya biasa buat is 1 hour or 20 minute. So 1 hour race, it depends on how you control the fuel, dengan how you control the orang kata tayar dia tau, tayar temperature. So untuk yang long distance race macam ni, dia agak disadvantage bila kita terlampau push kereta sebab tayar tu masalah. Bila saya sampai last 15 minit memang struggle juga nak bawa. Compare to 20 minute race yang mana kita memang tekan je. Tekan fully. So kita tak payah nak fikir sangat.
Betul juga tu. So boleh dikirakan full attack from start to finish. Ni boleh dikirakan mid ground. So dia orang boleh push quite hard, tetapi macam dalam one hour race dia kena jaga fuel, dia kena jaga tayar. Kat sini dia pun kena jaga juga tayar sikit. As we can see there, you're not going to be looking after the tires that much if you're going to be drifting around the chase like Afif Suhaimi there. He went full Taichi Yagami mode there for a second. He was in zen with his car. Beautiful bit of car control there, but of course he's going to need more than just car control to try and keep ahead of Ahmad there in 8th position. Afif in 7th place, trying to get as many of those points as possible. But like I was saying, they still do need to look after the tires and the fuel consumption, but it is a little bit more of a sprint with these 45-minute races.
Actually untuk Afif Suhaimi, dia agak terkenal. Afif Suhaimi macam Aiman Hakim, dia agak terkenal dengan aggressive driving style. So dia punya driving style memang macam agak sikit kan. Dia agak terkenal dengan driving style yang macam tu.
Boleh kira lagi satu daripada sekolah driving style Keiichi Tsuchiya. Dia kena sideways sikit. It's got to go sideways just a little bit.
That's how it does.
That's how he does it. But it is a valid way of driving around the track there. So getting the cars a little bit sideways can help in a front wheel drive car, because that when you're going sideways you're not understeering. Understeering is the worst thing you can try and do in a front wheel drive car. So I've just got word that we have in fact opened up that poll on Facebook. So for you guys who want to vote on your driver of the day, just head on over to Adrenaline Impact's Facebook page and choose between Aiman Akim, Rizal, Jay Wong and Jasmine. So there you have it. Umar Aziz there, he's on the pit wall, he's put his vote in. We can see that live coming through. It's Aiman Akim. Then again, he is a little bit biased because he's been an Aiman Akim fan club member for a very long time.
So nampaknya gap di antara mereka makin lama makin bertambah, Max.
Di hadapan tu dia the more they're driving, the more gaps coming up there. But further back behind the field there, we still have battles coming through there. Hutch and Leong and Feng there, 15th, 16th and 17th places there, and it looks like Feng Rong has managed to get himself up into 16th position there, but he has a good friend behind him there in the fact that Hutch right behind him, just a couple of seconds, a couple of inches in fact he's trying to try and overtake on the inside there. Let's see how Leong Wen Fai defends coming into this braking zone here. He can see he's looking around there. Remember, he's on that, whoa, that's hard braking through there. That's Jensen in fact, Jensen Chu. Beautiful dive bomb going through there. And well, not bombing into the side of the car, but dive bomb in the sense of diving hard and late into the brakes to try and steal the apex from Leong Moon 5 there.
Itu satu move yang agak berani sebenarnya.
Let's just say there's a little bit of kerjasama lah.
Ya, kalau kau lambat break dekat situ tadi, memang confirm bump dekat situ tau. Lekat dekat situ je.
Ya, sebab the top of the mountain section kat sini kan, there is no runoff area.
Ya, dia tak ada play around punya area. Dia terus dinding.
Yeah, so kalau tersilap sikit dah makan. So
tapi kita tak nampak kereta melintang hari ni dekat Asus tu.
Yeah. Oh, it looks like Ahmad Hakim's in the pits though. That's an interesting little job there. I'm not too sure. So it looks like there've been a couple of drivers going in there for refueling. So that's going to be interesting. It appears that these Sagas might not have quite the legendary fuel economy that they're known for on the highways of Malaysia, but it looks like these drivers are going to have to come into the fuel. Of course, you are on full throttle for almost 70% of the lap around here, including over the top of the mountain. In fact, it's actually more like 85% of the lap with these cars there. I'm pretty sure they're going to be staring nervously at their fuel gauge.
Kalau aku tak silap Max, untuk Saga ni 35 to 40 minit punya race fuel habis.
Yeah.
So kena standby kat situ lah. Jangan tiba-tiba tengah race sedap-sedap sangkut kat tengah jalan.
The wing mahal ke Australia.
30 second pula tu penalty.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So that's the thing. Now it's going to be a fuel economy race as well. Like I said, now there's going to be some tactics going on there because some of these drivers might just be backing off to try and save some fuel. You can lift and coast from the top of this corner here, McPhilliby Park, and you can lift and coast again on the run down from Skyline all the way to the bottom of the field there. So there are places where you can save a bit of fuel, but it looks like some of the other drivers, perhaps Rizal, Jay and Jasmine and Muhammad, they're up in first, second and third and fourth there. All those guys are going to have to be pushing as hard as possible so that they have enough space for a pit stop.
Betul. Satu benda yang aku suka bila ada pit stop, Max, dia turn down the domination of the first racers ataupun orang yang lebih laju. So, benda tu berlaku bila kita masuk pit.
Ya, itu dia. So boleh kirakan interesting juga dynamic dia. Of course, no mandatory pit stops. So if you can make it to 40 minutes, you can try. But of course, it looks like most of the top drivers will have to go into the pits. Mohammed there in third place, he is going into the pits there as well.
So nampaknya Jasmine pun serve untuk masuki pit sekarang ni. Refuel juga. Macam saya kata tadi, untuk race ni maybe dalam 35 minit 40 minit dia orang akan kena untuk start untuk refuel.
Yeah. So I'm guessing it's going to be difficult to go past 13-14 laps for sure.
Yeah.
It's going to be very difficult, especially with it's flat out going uphill in a low gear.
The problem is dia kena flat out untuk uphill.
Yeah.
Itu the main issue kat sini.
Yeah. So it's the worst possible conditions to try and fuel save because you're hard on the throttle, you're changing up while going uphill, and that's going to put a lot of load on the engine there. So this track really is working against the guys who are trying to finish the race without any stops there. So for those of you who are wondering, there's also going to be a few drivers going around the track there that are a couple of laps behind, in fact, and you're going to start seeing the blue flags being waved, especially for the guys in like 20th, 18th to 20th place right now and further behind there. So the blue flags have started to fly right now. It's taken a lot later than it usually is, but as you can see there, Jay Wong having to drive around Hutch there in order to get himself past and put Hutch one lap down. So kita dah tengok beberapa driver yang tengah lap tu.
Untuk yang race yang panjang, untuk race yang lebih daripada 40 minit, biasanya traffic is an issue.
Yes.
Lagi-lagi bila diorang tengah fight for pole position antara nombor 1 dengan nombor 2 kan. Traffic is really a big issue. Even kalau dalam nombor 5, nombor 6, as long as you fight for position, traffic memang Oh, kalau terlalu banyak traffic pun susah juga.
Memang susah juga. So for those of you again, one more time, we do have that driver of the day poll. So for those of you guys who want to vote for your driver of the day, do head over to the Adrenaline Impact Facebook page and you'll be able to access that poll right there.
So Umar bagi tahu tadi. So Umar baru apa dekat kita. So sekarang kita ada best lap daripada Rizal, mana pole position kita sekarang. Best lap dengan catatan masa 2 minit 51.117 saat. Laju max.
Itu dia.
Lepas tu kita ada best lap untuk J pula. Best lap untuk J adalah 2 minit 51.808 saat. Basically dia di antara dua orang ni memang fight berdua je ni.
Ya. Tapi yang agak amazing juga, Rizal dia punya lap time almost 1 second faster than J's best lap. So Rizal is really flying right now there. So that's an interesting thing. Rizal's pace is just that much faster. I think the only way Jay is going to be able to catch him is if there's a mistake in the pits or if there's a mistake with the fuel consumption there as well. So he's sitting steady there. He's sitting pretty in second place, but it's going to be a big ask to try and catch Rizal up there in first place. Thanks to Umar Aziz there for the pit report.
Basically kalau 9 minit race yang tinggal dengan gap di antara Rizal dengan J adalah 7 saat. Kalau Rizal really serve accidents baru ataupun really serve incidents baru J boleh potong lah.
Ya.
Pada saya kalau kata susah nak potong.
Ya.
7 minit.
Another pit lane update, patent pending pit lane update there from Umar Aziz. The top 10 drivers have all gone to the pits. So these guys have actually already gone through the pits there, and they should be good for the end of the race. So right now it's going to be a sprint all the way to the end. Macam Budi cakap, harapan kat J tu kalau ada mistake ke depan. Tapi macam kalau kita siapa-siapa yang pernah leading race, macam saya memang tak ada pengalaman dengan leading race. Malangnya tak cukup,
kita sama,
tak cukup bakat. Itu sebab kita commentary. Oh no, that's Rizal. We just talked about him, and now Rizal spun at the top of the hill there, and it looks like Jay's gone through. This is absolutely dramatic stuff. And again at the dipper as well. I do not believe it. Kita baru je dah cakap, baru sebut,
literally baru sebut tau.
The words barely came out of our mouths then. We saw Rizal backwards. This has massive implications to the race right now. 11-12 seconds behind Jay. Jay Wong must be absolutely screaming with joy that he managed to get through there. He could not catch Rizal there for love nor money.
That is a 7-second gap between them, bro.
Oh my god. Unbelievable stuff there. That's your new race winner, Jay Wong. Now, we've long joked about the commentator curse. In fact, Umar Aziz has just sent that text over on our personal teleprompter there. Commentator curse strikes again. I do not believe it. Oh,
wow, that was mind-blowing, bro. And aku baru cakap insiden yang kita tak ada hari ni adalah orang yang melintang dekat Aces.
Baru cakap
juga. Then that happened.
We predicted not only the driver but the way he went off the track there. That's unbelievable. So for those of you guys who are wondering, we just want to have a quick PSA to all the drivers. Don't listen to us when you're racing. Listen to us afterwards. Don't let us distract you.
But anyway, that was a really good try from Jay. Your second gap, and then he managed to shove himself off. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, that was a good one.
But I mean, hey, that's the thing. They don't show the checkered flag until the end of the race, and Jay Wong had that in mind when he's going around the track there. Rizal, I'm sure he was thinking about that as well. But again, going downhill, especially these tires are getting worn now. There's not as much grip as from the start of the race.
Yeah, it's 6 minutes left. This is the last section of the race itself.
Pretty much.
So kalau nak ikut macam aku kata tadi, memang tayar dalam keadaan yang agak tinggal maybe 30-40% tinggal.
Yeah. So bila dekat downhill section tu sekali dia orang akan rasa. So macam track biasa macam Sepang ke apa kan, dia tak ada downhill ataupun uphill yang teruk sangat. Tetapi kat track ni sebab downhill dia memang terjun.
So dia really punishing. Kalau sikit silap dia memang akan terasa terus.
There you have it. Muiz there, he's had a bit of an up and down race there, but he's still up in 8th position. He's in the top 10 position right now, and he is trying to catch up with William Wong right now. He is having a chat with his team, and he's definitely having a lot of fun out there. William's gone a bit wide though. He's gone very wide. He's gone incredibly wide, and it looks like he's managed to get himself through. So William Wong had a big accident there. We could see it, having run out wide through there. That's allowed Abdul Muiz to get up into 7th place there. So I think we're starting to see drivers lose focus a little bit.
40 minutes is really stressful mental test dekat sini. Dengan keadaan track yang macam ni, dengan tayar kita dah worn out sikit kan, dengan dah penat lagi.
Oh, memang dekat. Memang very close.
I wonder how it goes kalau 4 jam. Saga.
That's one race that I would not mind actually joining. I really liked hot lapping the car around Bathurst, even though my talents haven't quite kept up to it. I am a little bit allergic to front wheel drive cars, but it has been a lot of fun there. And I was seeing Abdul Muiz Hakimi dropping through the hill there, coming down towards Forest Elbow, hard on the brakes. And again, this is a very difficult braking zone because you have to turn right and brake at the same time. And Muiz, they're getting very sideways. Perhaps he had to use a little bit of that handbrake to make sure the car didn't go straight on.
Aku terkejut sekejap tengok initial D ke ni.
So it looks like Rizal's going into the pits there. Not too sure what's happening there. It looks like he might be doing a drive-through penalty, coming through the pits there and coming out again. Just to give you an idea of how fast the pace is at the front of the field there. Rizal's best lap is still at 251.1. Jay's best lap is still at 251.8, but Muiz's lap, and remember Abdul Muiz, one of the leading lights in sim racing, one of the young guns out there, very quick driver at 254. 3 seconds. Those two drivers are faster than the rest of the field. So agak dramatis juga dia punya speed differential tu.
Kalau tengok 254 ni bukan slow tau.
Yeah.
Bukan slow. Ini dalam average yang orang kata average racers yang ada kan, for the macam umur dia, dengan that kind of speed. Impressive bro. Agak
impressive juga. Macam saya boleh kirakan veteran sim rallying. Saya cuba masuk dekat track ni, kereta ni, my best time is 256 dengan tayar baru, low fuel level.
Muiz 256.
Yes.
Ini race pace tau. Ini bukan
race
hot lap tau.
dengan tayar habis.
Ini bukan hot lap punya cerita Ini race pace
I'm jealous.
Mungkin ramai yang tak tahu beza race pace dengan hot lap. So race pace is actually full of orang kata physical dengan mental test, yang mana semua benda kau nak kena fikir masa tu, sebab kita tengah race. Hot lap kalau apa-apa kita boleh back off and kita masuk balik. There's no problem with that. Itu dia. Race kita tak boleh nak berhenti tengah-tengah jalan. You know?
So hot lap dia boleh cuba.
Boleh cuba, yes.
Kalau race pace itu je.
Itulah dia. One shot. One mistake, then boom.
Yeah, there you go. So Kai there, and Feng Rong, who is another one of the guys new to our series, but been racing for quite a bit in sim racing, and he's in 13th place there, just trying to keep Kai in 14th position there behind him. And these two drivers have been doing quite well for themselves. They're just lapping in the 257s there. They know that they can't really catch the car up ahead, and the car behind is over a minute behind. So they're really in their little battle towards the end of the race. And even though they're battling for 13th and 14th place, I can assure you that they're going to be battling like it's the last lap of the championship.
That's how it goes.
Yep.
Kalau tanya aku yang selalu duduk belakang, ada orang depan aku, and then that's how it goes.
Yep.
Macam mana sekalipun, no, walaupun satu position je naik, no, I need to get the position.
Yeah, there you have it. So itu dia Muhammad Hafiz sekarang yang berada di tempat yang ke-6, baru tengah lap driver yang ke hadapan dia sekarang. So he is in 6th place there. He's just lapping a couple of drivers who are under blue flag there. Again, these cars aren't that quick, so it does take a long time to lap someone or even unlap yourself. When you go a lap down, it's really hard work going through those corners there, but he manages to get through there nice and safely. The drivers, of course, communicating with each other, making sure they all know what the score is as they're driving through. To be honest with you, I think we all thought, especially when we heard that the Saga Cup was going to Bathurst, there was going to be a bit of a wreckfest. But so far, I mean, there's been quite good driving throughout the course of the event. And not so many incidents, and quite a decent race through there. We get a quick peek of Umar sitting in the Adrenaline Impact van, media van that we have at all of our events there. If you haven't noticed, there you go. You can see him there sat in the pits sending us the messages. If you wondered how we get all those nice little notes from Umar Avziz, he's right there down at the pits. But meanwhile, Abdul Muiz Hakimi, he's still trying to get past a driver up ahead there. I believe that driver is in fact Muhammad Hafiz. So we've got a battle going on, coming down towards the end of Mountain Straight and into the cutting. Let's see who is going to get that 6th place. Hard on the brakes, turning in through there. We can see just the boot of the car through there. You can see the focus there. And a little bit of a reaction there. They're still side by side going through the corners there. That's Afif and Abdul Muiz Hakimi going through there. Muhammad Hafiz just about managing to squeeze through the bends there, and he maintains 6th position. Abdul Muiz Hakimi is in 7th place, and we've got another driver there in 15th. That's Hutch, who hasn't had the best race. He's definitely got the pace, as you can see. He's following this trail of cars quite well, but he is a lap down, unfortunately. Keep an eye out for Hutch in future races in this SDeal Saga Cup race championship. But now this is the final lap of the race. He's just come out and coming towards the final corner of the race. Jay Wong just has to go down through the gears there. He's got enough fuel, he's got enough tyres, he's got enough sideways action there to try and get around the corner. And Jay Wong is your round 1 SDeal Gaming Saga Cup winner. Fantastic stuff there from Jay Wong, managing to get himself through there. Nice handbrake lock up there just to show off, and a nice park in front of the camera there. What a showman.
Wow, that was actually memang race yang sangat bagus, Max. Kita tak expect pengakhiran dia macam ni. Satu pengakhiran yang sangat dramatik kalau tanya aku.
Memang dramatik juga. Rizal tu dia dah dapat habis the 3rd place. It's actually quite good, managing to finish in 3rd place after that accident. So boleh dikirakan good recovery lah.
Yeah. Siap masuk pit lagi.
Ya, itu dia. So itu dia. Aiman Hakim, salah satu daripada boleh dikirakan championship favourite juga. Dia dapat juga masuk di tempat yang keempat. So Jay there in 1st place with Muhammad in 2nd, Rizal in 3rd, Aiman in 4th, Afif Suhaimi there in 5th place. And this battle coming down the hill through here. One more corner to go. Can there be any changes there? Muhammad Hafiz is going to come across the line in 6th place with Abdul Muiz in 7th, William Wong in 8th, and Ahmad Siddiq in 9th place.
Actually gap dekat middle punya pack tu, gap dia tak jauh
Yeah.
Dia keep on, orang yang sama keep on pusing-pusing.
Itu je. Itu yang kita selalu cakap dekat Adrenaline Impact ni. Kita ada TM, patented trademark Adrenaline Impact Midfield Battle. Kalau ke depan dah boring sikit, kita boleh pergi dekat midfield battle tu. It's absolutely epic. So itu dia. Jay is now going to, hopefully we'll be able to get Jay in the studio there. But while we sent Umar off to try and see if we can talk to some of the drivers there, it's been a fantastic race so far. Of course, provisional results are out there, and Jay Wong is our champion in the 1st round of the championship. Agak seronok juga event pada malam ni.
Aku ingatkan dia cari fast macam kau cakap. Dia macam akan ada banyak accident first corner dekat Aces. Tapi sebenarnya diorang drive sangat bagus tau.
Itu dia. Walaupun kereta boleh dikirakan novice level kereta, tetapi driver semua very
Very
professional.
professional, ya.
Bukan saja daripada segi speed, pace, tetapi daripada dia punya sportsmanship dan dia punya racecraft.
Racecraft dia bagus, betul.
Absolutely.
Kita tak nampak orang yang dive bomb, orang yang just langgar masuk, tak ada. Semua dengan teknik yang betul, cara masuk yang betul, you know. Execution yang cantik. Aku memang amazed lah.
Absolutely.
I'm amazed.
It's an absolutely brilliant race there. Tapi kita boleh kirakan yang the three most insane things is that first lap, not so much accident, only 1 or 2 spins.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Clean going through there. And dia bukan macam dia orang tak cuba sebenarnya, sebab ada yang 3 wide 4 wide juga.
Even yang masuk first hell corner dekat first lap tu, orang dah macam dia siap 3 wide dekat situ pun masih selamat, macam wow, impressive.
So agak spektakular juga.
Kalau tengok banyak kereta macam tu, bila dalam kereta Saga, kau pun pernah bawa Saga tu, kau tahu macam mana dia punya ni kan. Sikit silap je memang semua sangkut.
Itu dia. But they managed to get through there. Boleh dikirakan safe and sound, despite being very close to each other there. So that is absolutely brilliant driving from all the drivers there. So thanks to all of those guys there. One of the drivers there, our invited drivers coming here, is Master Seth. Let's see if he's in the studio there. Master Seth,
I'm here.
So Master Seth, apa feeling dapat finish race?
Apa?
Dia tak finish race
Tak.
Oh, apa terjadi?
I don't know what happened. Suddenly I kick out from the server.
Oh.
So actually masa tu tengah lap yang tak silap lap ke-5 Maksudnya yang lap yang ke-5 kena kick. Masa tu nak buat penalty dekat tu dan terus dia kick.
Dia tak sempat nak serve penalty.
Nak serve penalty.
Dia tak kira serve penalty.
Itu dia. But apart from that, kita dapat nampak yang kamu sebenarnya agak boleh kirakan dah mula comfortable dengan
circuit racing punya style tu kan.
Tak boleh lah dikatakan, tapi still need more practice. So tengoklah nanti macam mana dengan next race, maybe boleh improve lagi.
Ya, itu juga. So ada apa-apa plan tak untuk buat any practice ataupun apa-apa yang boleh share dengan semua peminat-peminat Master Seth kat luar tu?
Ada apa-apa dah cakap. So dia macam untuk next punya race akan lebih peka lah dengan itu apa, penalty tu apa semua and then siapa-siapa yang tengah menonton, keep on support sim racing punya industri.
Okay, thanks so much Master Seth. Harap nanti kita boleh dapat tengok finish the race for round 2.
Okay, thank you.
So there we go. We've got a couple more of our guest drivers coming through there. There's Kelvin Yap and Leong Mun Fai in the studios. I'm going to see if Kelvin's in. Are you in, Kelvin? We can't quite get Kelvin there. We'll see if Leong Mun Fai is in the studio at the moment. We're still waiting. We're actually watching the door there, waiting for them to walk in. But regardless of that, we actually do have the winner.
Hello.
Oh, hello. Oh, okay, sorry. So there we go. We've managed to get Leong Mun Fai into the studio there. Hi, Mun Fai. How's your race so far?
Pertama kali main satu kosa lah. Rasa lagi susah dari I think.
Dia a bit slidey kan?
Spin banyak kali lah.
So what's your like first impression dengan Saga tu?
Macam mana cakap lah, dia tak ada traction, susah nak bawa lah, kena practice banyak. Itulah.
Yes, and so far throughout the course of the race, how was your race? It seemed to be quite quiet for most of it.
Oh, sorry.
Can you hear us?
Hello.
Can you hear us? Testing.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry,
So we thought we'd lost you there for a second there. So how was the race? How was trying to battle with all these cars with this rather grip-free Saga around Bathurst?
Macam mana? Susah lah. Memang susah. Tak tahu macam mana nak cerita.
Saga tu sendiri yang susah lah.
Yeah.
Ke Bathurst yang susah?
Kena ada skill.
Ada skill.
Yeah. So boleh kira kereta ni bukan not as easy as it looks lah.
Betul. Not easy.
So that's nice to hear you there. Hopefully you'll do better, of course, next round. We can't. Kita memang harap-harap kita boleh jumpa lagi ya.
2 more practice.
Yes. Yeah. Hopefully we'll see you further up the field, and we'll be able to talk to you maybe from the podium.
Oh. Okay.
You never know.
Okay.
So, thank you so much for joining us, and good luck.
Okay. Bye.
So next we have Kelvin Yap in the studio as well. We'll try and get him on the phone.
I'm here.
Hey there, Kelvin. So
Hey guys.
how's your race been? Quite a tricky car, tricky condition, tricky track. How do you find it?
Yeah, I'm new to sim racing. I've been driving on the circuit for more than 10 years, but definitely this is something new to me. What you know on the circuit doesn't mean that you can handle a simulator. It is so much tougher, but if you can drive a simulator, I think you can drive on the circuit, right? And thank you SDeal Gaming, the main sponsor, for inviting me to experience this. It's definitely something new to learn, especially at our age. I'm around 40. It's not easy to get into video gaming now, you know. the youngsters, the teenagers, the people in the 20s, they are so much, their learning pattern are so much faster than compared to us. Yeah, so it's a great experience to learn how to get into this more proper. I had fun, but I think I didn't serve my penalty. That's why I got kicked out. Yeah. Yep. On the first lap, I crashed and I dropped to position 20, and I slowly chased up to 14, maybe 14 and 13. I was getting more and more comfortable, and suddenly I was kicked out. Yeah. So I have to familiarize with the system more in future.
Absolutely. Hopefully we'll be able to see you finish the race for next round, which will be in Alton Park. Anything you're going to try and do different for the next race? Or?
Yeah, I've got to practice more often and get used to fiddling with all the settings around. Yeah, and something which is new to me. Get used to. Yeah.
So thanks a lot. I don't know, Budi, if you want to ask a real life driver from a sim racing driver's perspective, what if you have anything to ask.
I was macam wondering kan, how it feels like bawa kereta yang real race punya kereta tapi dekat dalam game.
Memang lain sebab banyak feeling yang kita tak dapat feel dari deria-deria badan kita. That's why we don't know we are too fast or too slow. Everything we have to be very sensitive.
Yeah.
Super sensitive. Yep.
Sebab
memang
kita
lebih
baru
susah
tahu,
dari kereta yang real.
Sebab kita pun baru tahu the fact that kalau kau boleh drive kalau kita boleh drive sim racing, so we can drive the race car dekat real track. Kita baru tahu the fact yang tu tau.
Itu betul sebab my younger brother just started track, tapi dia train kat sim dulu. They use my sim to train, and dia turun sepang, he's more comfortable. He drive better than a first timer because he already tried on sim.
So that's
Itu fakta.
Yeah, that's an interesting insight there, Kelvin. Hopefully, obviously, I think the both of us would agree that obviously we'd love to see you back out there on the track, but until that is a reality, we hope to see you in a lot more sim races.
Sure, will do. Thank you, guys.
Awesome stuff. So thanks to Kelvin Yap there. We'll see you in the next stream. Thank you so
Right,
much.
see you guys again. Thanks.
And so now we also have Kifli Othman right now in the studio. Apa khabar, Kifli?
Baik.
Yeah. So apa experience ataupun apa, give us your feeling for the race.
Susah lah, mix a bit of a lot of pros and cons. But the racecraft, I mean, is almost the same as the real racing. It's just that, like our brother Kevin is saying lah, that we are not actually in the car. When we are following behind someone, it's difficult to judge the braking point.
Yeah.
And also we don't know, when it's going to brake and all. So the judgment is a bit off there. But end of the day, I guess we need to have more seat time to and more races to learn this technique. If you're following someone very close.
Yeah. And I guess it's the same with anything. If you go from a touring car to a GT3 car, it's a similar
Yes, exactly. Well. Because we're not actually in the car, we cannot feel the car movement, how fast we are and all. Yeah. So I don't know if you're in a motion simulator, it makes a big difference. I don't know, because I don't own one motion. But for now, what I can say is I really need to learn when I'm trailing someone close behind, and try to control the car. I know when to brake and whatnot, because I keep missing the braking point. I keep bumping into the guy in front of me and all. So it's quite difficult.
Yeah, you brought up a good point with the racecraft there. To be honest with you, myself, Budi, and virtually everyone working on this event was saying that we were quite worried about the first lap here at Bathurst being a bit of a wreck fest. Because let's face it, in real life, even at Bathurst, sometimes it can get a bit messy. But it's been remarkably clean, considering these cars don't have a lot of grip and they need quite a bit of skill.
Exactly. So, I was surprised too. After exiting first corner, I said, "Oh, everyone went through well."
So that's nice to know that
it's nice.
Yeah. So it's nice to know, because we could see, especially from where I am, the ability of the drivers to race and the standards have gone just by leaps of bounds. They've been growing for a long time there. So it's nice to know that everything was all nice and clean, especially through that first lap that we were really worried.
It was like, wow, this is amazing.
So thank you so much, Kifli, for joining us in the studio. We would love to hear from you in the next round. Till then, stay safe. Yeah. And so, of course, we've got CG Joels on the line as well. Let's see if we can get to CG Joels. Are you there?
Off.
Hello. Hi, CG.
Hai. Jom.
So, how was your race?
Race saya ni tak ada cakap saya ni sebenarnya bukan daripada track race lah. Untuk simulation saya ni daripada street race, macam bulan sebelum main stream dekat Toko Batu Madrid. So kalau main kat track ni saya kurang sikit penalti ke apa. Dan tadi pun saya pun kena penalti pun, saya macam nak kena masuk pit ke apa, and then kena gate. That's right.
So macam mana experience masuk race yang agak
experience kalau macam masuk race track ni bagi saya ni experience, saya boleh belajar lah. Saya pun sebelum ni ada juga belajar daripada master set apa kan, dan Bang Kefi tengok video dia orang apa, saya kat situ saya dapat banyak belajar. Bila dah rasa bawa Saga dekat dalam Bathurst pula, macam cakap dia punya downhill tu memang mencabar. Kat situ saya rasa sendiri macam mana nak kontrol Saga. Rasa feel dia lain daripada sebelum saya main dekat street race juga. So saya sim racing lah.
So boleh kirakan aspek baru lah yang CG dapat.
Betul. Saya belajar banyak benda baru lah dalam ni.
Walaupun dia dua-dua sama kereta yang pakai street tire dekat atas star, tetapi kita boleh tengok yang bila dia punya circuit racing ni, dia boleh kira macam disiplin yang tersendiri juga.
Betul, disiplin number one bagi saya lah kalau race track ni. Bila kita macam tengah on the line ramai-ramai kan, kita tak boleh nak dulu macam street race orang cakap kan, langgar apa kan, kita kena cakap disiplin tinggi, tak boleh, kena sabar lah. Kena hold minyak kan, jangan langgar, jaga line apa semua. Okey, ada chance untuk kita cut, potong, kita potong. Tentulah kat situ ada banyak.
Itu je. So harap-harap nanti CG dapat memahami ataupun dapatkan yang message tu untuk tu, dan harap-harap nanti next round kita dapat tengok finish tu.
Betul.
Yang penting finish race.
Ya.
Kita finish kan.
So itu dia, nanti kita akan berjumpa lagi. So terima kasih ya CG dan semua guest driver kami pada malam ni. So thank you. So in the meantime, we're going to see, we do have in fact Patrick from SDeals himself in the studio at the moment there. So before we round out the stream, we're going to have a quick chat with Patrick there. Patrick, can you hear us?
Yes, I'm here, yeah.
Awesome. So how have you found the racing so far in the championship?
It's good, it's quite fun for everyone. Would like to thank to all everyone to participate in this event. It's quite good event. It's quite good.
Awesome stuff. And I mean, just to let all the guys at home know, SDeals, you've been involved in sim racing quite a bit recently, and actually for quite some time now. So just wanted to ask you, of course you've been sponsoring us right now, so thanks a lot for all of your support, not only with us but throughout the whole sim racing scene. What got you into sim racing and into this sort of events?
Yeah, when starting, actually we try to plan for the hobby and then become a business lah. But we hope with creating the event, we would like to invite all the new players to participate in the sim racing. Then we can have a nice community, everyone can play it together lah.
Yeah, that's fantastic stuff indeed, and I think that's what all of us in the sim racing world would like to see, getting more people into sim racing and just growing the industry as well. And you've been fantastic in sort of helping us achieve those goals together, and it's brilliant stuff indeed. And also, just to let you guys at home know, SDeal do quite a lot of sim racing products as well.
Yeah, we're selling a lot of sim racing stuff like medium range until high end. We provide all the stuff in complete set lah. We do provide in the complete set.
So that's fantastic stuff indeed. So for a turnkey solution, head on over to SDeal Gaming, and it's some pretty nice rigs as well. The aluminium rig that I've had a chance of testing, it was absolutely fantastic. So compliments to you guys, and special thanks there for SDeal Gaming for helping us out. Thank you so much, Patrick.
Yeah, good show. Thank you.
So that was Patrick there from SDeals. A special thanks goes out to, of course, all our sponsors. Not only SDeal Gaming, as you know, they supply a lot of the sim rigs out there, but also to Talktree Lubricants and Sim Match and V&M as well. So before we leave, of course, it'll only be natural to get to talk to our two protagonists here. We have Jay Wong in the studio. Hi, Jay.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. That was a fantastic race there. How did you feel when you saw that result spun at the last half of the race?
Honestly, I wasn't expecting it. I was just trying to maintain my P2 position because it wasn't a very good race for myself today. But very unexpected coming from Rizal, spinning down the mountain. And I tried my best to avoid him, but he was reversing slightly still, and we both came into just slight contact. Yeah, but I managed to overtake him. It's not really the way I wanted to win, but today Rizal was the better driver for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we we have to agree there, Budi and I. It's quite obvious. Obviously, you were trying your hardest to try and catch him throughout the whole race. Just talk us through actually how hard it was to stay on Rizal's pace there, because you got a bit racy with him at the start of the race, but it looks like he just drove away.
Yeah, the car didn't feel right for me today. It just felt really weird somehow. I wasn't jiving with the car, so still fighting the car a lot down the mountain, and that's where I lost the most time to Rizal. But everywhere else, I think we kind of matched pace. Yeah, it's just going down the mountain that I just didn't feel very comfortable with today.
Absolutely. Well, I think we could see that for a lot of drivers there. We expected a lot more incidents, however, though. Just talking through the start of the race there, it was remarkable how clean it was.
Yeah, I was actually really surprised that I think the whole field actually made turn 1 cleanly, and even turn 2, I believe. So yeah, it was and up to turn 3, I think on the first lap it was me, Rizal, and one more guy. We were 3 wide nearly.
Yeah.
That was really sketchy, and I was like really crossing my fingers and hope like none of us collect anyone.
Yeah.
And thankfully we some of us let off a little bit earlier, and we all managed to just squeeze by nicely and cleanly.
It's like I say, sometimes discretion really is the better part of valor.
Yeah, I do agree. Yeah.
So congratulations then to Jay Wong there. Hopefully we'll be able to see you in the next race do just as well, and hopefully we'll see a bit more of a battle between yourself and Rizal there. But
I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, that's been very entertaining as well. Of course, before we head off there, a special thanks to Jay Wong there. We've got Ayman Hakim in the studio as well. So,
Hi.
Ayman Hakim, I've just got news in my ear that you have won the driver of the day.
Yeah, thank you to those who vote for me for the driver of the day. I really appreciate that. I mean, it wasn't really a nice race for me either. I think starting from like P12 or something. Yeah. And to be honest, I didn't even prepare anything for the race because I got called last minute for a Formula 1 race a day before, which is the HME race.
Yeah.
So I was summoning like literally at the 11th hour of it. So I was like, you know what? For my team, my teammate was fighting the championship. I do it for him. So I had zero preparation for today. I didn't even come into the practice. I mean, you guys can see I was like 6 minutes into the practice. I just literally came into the briefing room just in time.
So you managed.
And I literally practicing while on the race. So to get P4 is definitely seriously unexpected result at all.
Yeah,
seriously unexpected.
But it was brilliant racing, seeing you skies your way through the field there. Any incidents to report on the way to 4th place?
I would say there is a bit of incident. Whereby I think it was after the Hell's Corner straight, going to uphill there, I was kind of surprised a bit by the car in front. It's kind of a little bit of jerking off, so going forward and backwards. So I was caught off by that. So I tapped on the brake, and I caused a little bit people. I don't know who's behind me that time, but kind of sorry to him that because of him he spun on the middle of the track there. But yeah, because I didn't know the car can usually I got caught off by that. So sort of apologies to that, but yeah.
Well, sometimes things like that do happen, and it is a little bit surprising. But especially, it's quite a narrow section going up that hill there from the cut.
Yeah, I mean, it's narrow is one thing, but I didn't expect that the car to moving forward, and then I think probably during the shifting, the car just losing all its power, then just back it off to myself. So oh no, I just instinctively step on the brake because I don't want to hit people.
Yeah, you want to avoid them as well. But it just goes to show that even in a 40-minute race like that, even when you're trying to be smooth and stealthy going through the track, there's always weird things that happen, and Bathurst seems to be a place where weird things do tend to happen.
Yeah.
It's like, this Bathurst, weird thing happened here.
So there you have it. Well, congratulations again on that driver of the day, Ayman, and hopefully we'll see you in the next one.
Yeah, surely I will practice more for the second round. So, maybe just one off for today that I didn't have much practice, but second round, I hope I can chase Jaewong and Rizal as well as Nabil.
Awesome. We hope to see you fighting out the front there and making the battle at the front just that little bit merrier. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And of course, last but not least, we have Rizal in the studio. Rizal, apa khabar?
Bye. Hi, Max. Hi, guys.
So, first of all, I don't mean to sound glib, but apa terjadi tadi?
Okay. Actually, to be honest, I was listening to you guys commentating. And suddenly I was like, guys, why? And then not long after that, I was sweating at that time, and one drop of sweat betul-betul drop into the left eye. And I was like, and that's it. I lose it.
Oh man.
But it's okay. It was a good race. Few guys are very fast. Jay was very fast also. I know he was behind me. When I spun, I know already I'll lose it. I was trying my best to pace until the end, but luck was just not on my side.
Yeah. I mean, for those of you wondering at home, we haven't caught that moment. We literally talked about the fact that Jay's only chance of winning was for Rizal to spin. Lepas tu kau cakap pasal lintal.
So habis cakap.
Next time I tak boleh dengar lah. I cannot hear already. Yeah, dangerous.
But actually abang ada quite a good pace daripada first starting sampai I mean sampai yang what happened incident tu lah. Abang ada pace yang sangat bagus sebenarnya.
Yeah.
It's really
actually we spend a lot of hours training, me and Jay and the guys. Trying to find good turn in, trying to find good setup, trying everything, trying every inch of the corner.
Yeah.
Get set up. So that is why actually my pace and Jay, we are I think almost the same. I cannot get him more than I did just now. And I tried my best. I was doing an all-out pace until my luck ran out.
That was quite obvious there from us. I think you have to be one of the favourites for the championship there. You did in fact finish third provisionally, I believe.
Yeah.
So
I was trying my best to catch up with Ayman, but then he hold his pace nicely, and the car has literally actually very low horsepower. I wish I can have a nitros button to catch up with him.
Just to catch up with other people.
But it was a good race. The guys are spotting enough. Jay was fast enough. Ayman was fast, and
we were just saying about the sportsmanship throughout the course of the race. It's been quite good.
Yeah, I like to see young horses run faster.
We'll try and organise that for you. We're just looking through the comment section there, and I noticed one from Murasaki Tadashi. Commentator curse is real, ladies and gentlemen. So we do apologise. We need to have a disclaimer before the start of these.
Yeah. But I was enjoying listening to you guys talking. It calms me down when I was driving, and not until you say, what happened if Rizal actually? Oh no. It's okay, but it's okay. It wasn't my day actually. It wasn't my day.
That's okay. Hopefully your day will come, and hopefully it'll come as soon as possible. We'll hope to see you perhaps do a little bit better than third in the next round. But thank you so much for joining us.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
You know, sometimes we bring it up on ourselves. But
that's how it is, go.
Well, yeah.
That's how it is.
Well, what can you do? But that's been a very dramatic, very spectacular, and very interesting race throughout the course of that season. Any final thoughts before kita cakap pasal next round nanti?
Okay. Aku sampai sekarang masih macam wow. This race is actually memang dramatic dah satu hal. the cleanness of this race is like next level, bro.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but this is next level race, though.
We've seen GT3 races in iRacing with B-class drivers that were less clean than this race.
Yeah.
So, gold star to the drivers. Excellent job.
Dude, this car is not macam, this is a tricky car campur dengan tricky track, but a clean race, bro.
Yeah. 14 degrees Celsius track temperature as well. Like, we didn't even give them grip.
Wow. Memang aku amazed lah dengan it's really good for them lah. Bagi aku memang bagus gila ada orang ni.
Absolutely. So hats off to all the drivers there. But the next round is going to be in Alton Park, England. 4.3 kilometers, 17 turns. We're using the international layout with the 2 chicanes. It's famous not only in touring car racing in BTCC, but it's also infamous in sim racing circles as being very, very difficult to keep the car. Map nampak senang, tapi sebab dia naik turun,
map macam nampak senang, Max. First turun, lepas tu naik atas balik, lepas tu turun sikit, lepas tu naik balik.
Macam roller coaster.
Dia nampak senang tau, tapi basically dekat the druid corner, situ semua memang tricky kau. Dia boleh pergi laju, but then kita akan mengharap kepada weight transfer dekat kawasan tu. Kita banyak pakai dekat track ni, banyak pakai weight transfer bagi aku.
Betul. So this is going to be another interesting challenge for all the drivers there at Alton Park in England. So catch us on 23rd of October at the same time, at the same place here on Adrenaline Impact. But I believe that's going to be it for us this broadcast there. All that remains for me is to thank our sponsors, SDeal Gaming. Thank you so much for supporting us through this series, and also to Talk Lubricants and Sim Match with our prize sponsor VNM as well. Thanks to those guys for pitching in. A special thanks goes out to Galeri Kereta. Terima kasih semua. Harap semua dapat juga enjoy tengok kereta Malaysia attack track.
Ini kereta Malaysia ke serata dunia tau.
So alright, so we're just getting a little bit of a special Saga Cup treat for you in about half an hour's time, I'd say. So do stay tuned to Adrenaline Impact, because the show is not quite over yet. We've got a special little secret surprise for you guys out there.
This is not little secret. This is a big secret. This is a big surprise for them.
It's our little secret. Don't tell anyone. But again, special thanks goes out to SDeals, along with Talks Lubricants, Sim Match, and Galeri Kereta and VNM as well. A special thanks goes out to all the drivers who put on a beautiful, beautiful event. Boleh kirakan top-notch drivers.
Kudos to them.
Absolutely, kudos to them. And of course, special thanks to Budi, Sudi Teman. Terima kasih.
Terima kasih juga Max dengan team Adrenaline Impact sebab jemput saya kat sini.
Yeah, absolutely. And a special thanks goes out to our director and pit lane reporter Umar Aziz, and our producer Khairul Alang. But a very special thanks goes to you guys at home for watching us. This has actually been one of our most successful streams out there. We had 125 CCV at one point, so that's really good. So special thanks goes out to all of you guys watching at home there. But for now, that's going to be it from Max Palmer, myself there, and Budi, and all of us here. We'll see you in the next race. Bye for now. Ta-ra.
So siapa yang belum subscribe Galeri Kereta, boleh klik button kat bawah subscribe, dan kita jumpa lagi di next episode untuk kita apa lagi proses untuk KA30 ni. Okay, see you, bye bye, assalamualaikum.